All right, not doing this last minute. Yay! This is my coloring pages for December 2024. This is a coloring prompt from Life with Patty. She calls it Patty's Treasure Hunt, which I think is such a cute, appropriate name because she wants you to go and find the different prompts, kind of like you go and find treasure. And you can use your coloring books, you can go and print stuff out, you can do it digitally. I have a small collection of coloring books. I would consider it kind of small. That I've collected since I was a kid. Technically, I still have some from when I was a kid. I've thrifted some. I've gotten some as Christmas presents back then, right? And like I think it was 16, 17 when the adult coloring thing kind of came around. I guess it was like more okay for adults to color. I don't know, or more like more detailed books were being released. I got into that a little more and got some coloring books and whatnot. I don't know why I'm saying this background. I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling a bit here. But, and so this time around, all of my coloring prompts actually come from coloring books. What is my fan? I don't know, it's making like creaking noises or something. I don't know. So apologies, I have the camera just sitting still, as you can probably tell. And so I'm going to try holding the book up and seeing, hopefully this works. I don't know where my little, I forgot what it's called, but my thing that I usually use where it props it up so that you all can see it clearly. So hopefully this turns out okay. But yeah, so here are the pages that I colored. So I'm going to start with, not that this is important, but I'm going to start with the last page that I actually colored. It was stained glass was one of them. So, oh, I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here. Each month is the number of prompts that Patty will give. So she'll give it at the beginning of the month, and then you have all month to color as many as you want, and then post a video whenever you want. So this month there was 12. And most of them were Christmas themed, which was helpful because there was a new coloring book I will show in a minute here that had most of the prompts, which that worked out really well for me. But anyway, almost like 2.5 minutes in. The first one here is stained glass, and I found it of all things in this Disney's 101 Dalmatians. I've always been a 101 Dalmatians fan. I just think they're so cute. I've never owned a Dalmatian. I have heard they're very high energy dogs, which I am not a high energy person, so I don't think I'll ever own one, but I just love these little puppies and these little characters. So this one, I think this was a childhood one. I am curious about the copyright here. I'm going to look out of my own curiosity. Yeah, copyright 1996. That's what I thought. So yeah, I've had this one for a while. So here's a little bit of coloring. Although, I guess this was me. Might have been my mom. My mom's signature kind of coloring was a little bit like this, but I don't think she would have colored in this book specifically. But there are a few pages in here that the activities I've done, and this is a cute little book. Like this one here, you know, help Lucky get to his favorite TV show. That's really cute, actually. And then the little maze I did. Looks like I messed up a little there, and then I made it. So anyway, so this first one for stained glass, I remembered usually in these books they have the scene where Anita and Roger get married. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie. But yeah, honestly I thought this one turned out pretty good. I used my alcohol markers for their skin, and honestly it turned out better than I thought it was going to. The only sad thing is obviously these are not meant to take markers, so then it did bleed over on this really nice page here of Anita and Perdita. And then I love this one here because Roger's a musician. So I thought that was cute. I apologize, the lighting's a little bit weird. I know I have this being held up, and then I have this light like right here, but yeah, actually I feel like the coloring was pretty good here. I have no idea when I did this. Anyway, so I have my little note here to remind me when I colored it and why. But yeah, and then I'm pretty positive she has a gray hat in the movie, and then I just kind of went with the gray, and then I made him have a black suit. Just guessing. I do not remember. It's actually been quite a while since I've seen this movie. And the stained glass turned out pretty darn well, if I say so myself. It is actually the twistable Crayola crayons. I've had them for quite a while. They're the neon colors, but on this paper I don't think they look quite as neon. The pink is quite bright, but yeah, I think that turned out pretty nice, and I used a gold Crayola crayon for the bells here and the bow up here, and the silver Crayola crayon. So crayons are okay. I use crayon for this too. They're not my favorite to color with, but it was a nice change. So there is stained glass. And then this was one of the ones I got as a oh no, wait, no, this was not a Christmas gift. This was I'm actually gonna move this one here. Okay, this one I got on clearance. Oh, not clearance, but now they call them. They don't call them bargain price anymore. This was Barnes and Noble. They call them the Attic, I think now, which is their over what I think is probably overstocked books, and then they're at a reduced price. So this one is interesting. This is Chalk Style Christmas Coloring Book. Color with all types of markers, gel pens, and colored pencils. I personally don't agree with that statement. Markers do leak through this paper. I had to put a in-between paper so it didn't ruin the other pages. Gel pens I think would be fine, and definitely colored pencils would be fine. But this one's pretty interesting because it's got, I did end up tearing them out. I don't know why, because I left them in the other books, so later on I'm not going to be tearing them out. But they have a nice thing about the artist here, and then some information about her and coloring. So these are all the different pages and an example of how you could color them. And then I'll show an example here. So here's what they look like. And then just a quick flip. I have no clue if this book is still available. And then it's got this nice little journaling area. I think Christmas is about celebration. And wait, I think Christmas is about celebration and come on. And on the inside, everyone wants to dance. I think I've read that weird, or that sentence is weird. I don't know. But I don't know if this is, I guess, to make a note maybe about the other page. I thought these were prompts, but I think I had another page. And then I like these little ones here that give you a color palette, which I thought was an interesting idea. And then like a little note or about coloring it. I don't know, I thought this was pretty neat. I'm glad there's one. That's the other one that I have colored. Yeah, okay, it looks like I didn't quite finish, but I don't remember when I did that. Anyway, getting very distracted in this video. So there's that book. This one is older, like I said, so I have no idea if it's still available. So one of the prompts was snowmen, and so I did this one. They have a couple little snowmen down at the bottom, and a snow woman, it looks like to me, maybe. And I did a combination of colored pencils, and this is a chalk metallic marker that I have. And I think this was, not Sharpie, I can't remember, Bic maybe? And then colored pencil. So I left the stars as is. Kind of wish I colored them now, but I really like the snowman, snow people in that one. So there's that one. And then for this one, I did candle, and I liked how this one turned out, very Christmassy. I did a combination of gel pen, that's the sparkle that you see, and the metallic chalk marker, and colored pencils, I'm pretty sure. I colored this one a few weeks ago, so I like how that one turned out. And yeah, so that's that. And now to the other coloring book that has the rest of the prompts. This book here, Christmas Love, was generously given away by the author, Martha Makes Art. Martha, very sweet lady. I highly recommend her channel. She has a nice variety of crafty videos, coloring, and multimedia, there we go, all kinds of fun stuff. And she had a week of lives back at the beginning of December, and I was lucky enough to win this. She was giving away a couple. She had published, that is what I was looking for, 2 coloring books, a teddy bear one, and there's a sneak peek of one of it at the end of the book, and this one, and she gave me a choice. And of course, being in the Christmas mood, and also I love Christmas, I went ahead and went with this one. And I like this because it's 30 pages of bold and easy coloring, which I like easy coloring. I don't like anything, preferably, and nothing too detailed. And yeah, I really enjoyed coloring out of this book. And then there's a preview of the images, and illustrated by Martha Makes Art. And this is available on Amazon. And yeah, so let's get to it. You keep hearing I've got the little marks here. So, oh, and then I did want to show this front page here, and then you can color the little mini tree if you want. And then what I like, hold on a second, I can't get the page here. And I thought this was cute. And I like she's got a color swatch page. So she said this was something new she added to this coloring book. She does say she's going to be coming out with more. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out because I did enjoy this one. So the theme is Christmas, of course, but also love. So there are hearts in every design. So here is the first one. So this was the prompt I did for Christmas tree and star. Sorry, I'm going to take my little marker off. There we go. And this one is colored pencils, and it's a bit hard to tell, I feel like, but I did that gel watercolor crayon set that I had gotten from Five Below. Those are really fun to color with, but I tend to go over the lines a bit because it's a very wide crayon, so you know, not as easy for like obviously fine detail. But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a little bit messy of a colorer, because I do tend to go a bit out of the lines. But overall, this one is nice. And then the next one I did was Sleigh. This one definitely is a bit messy looking. I really wanted to use my metallic chalk markers, and the paper is a bit thin. You can use markers, but I definitely recommend, and it's not double-sided, which I do very much appreciate, so you're not messing up, you know, another image. But I do recommend an extra piece of paper if you're using markers. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. It's nice and simple, like I said, and I tried to change it up a little. So I did the chalk markers. This is glitter gel, and then I had just gotten my Mod Podge sparkle, so I wanted to put that on like everything. And so this one, I don't know if it's coming out all right. I'm trying to tell through the screen, if you can tell. There, maybe a little bit. I think this is the holographic one, actually. Mega Glitter, and this is the hologram one. I think that's the one that I put on here. But yeah, I like that one. And then this one, the prompt I did for is angel and hair. Speaking of hair, there's a little bit of my hair. And overall, I like how she turned out. I used alcohol markers for her skin tone and gel pen for her eye, and then colored pencil for her hair. And I think the hearts are the chalk marker, I'm pretty sure. So quite the combo for just this little bit that I colored, but I thought she turned out nice. And then try not to slam that down. And then this next one, oh, I love me some reindeer. So obviously the prompt is reindeer. And I thought this one was cute, just a little pink nose, and I did little red hearts. This is all colored pencil. So this one was nice here. No, that's pretty much what to say about that. I'm sorry. That I'm annoying myself when I do that. I need to stop that. And next page here, prompt is, of course, Santa. So I really like how this one turned out. I did the chalk marker. Oh, I should show the chalk marker. Those were really neat. I think those are from Target quite a few years ago. So I'm sure there's chalk markers. Yeah, I shouldn't say that they're not available. If they're available, I'm sure there are other brands. But I use that for the hearts and for the hat. Yeah, for the hat. And for the berries up here. And then I outlined the leaves. That's the chalk marker also. And then colored pencil. This is alcohol for the skin tone and colored pencil there. And I wasn't sure what to do for some reason at the time, which was earlier today. Like, make it sound like whatever. I decided, like, oh, he's got a little bit of color left, but then the rest is all white. I don't know. It just felt weird to me. Oh, I know why. Because there was white and then white. There's a lot of white, so I wanted to add a little color here. And then I thought, oh no, I didn't do it to this one. Okay, I was going to say I had added something, but that's the next page, I think. So that's my Santa. And then the next one here, the final one, is Stocking and Candy Cane. And this is also a preview to her teddy bear, my Teddy Bear's Bold and Easy coloring book. This one is in there, but she gave a free image here, which I thought was nice, and I thought this little guy turned out cute. His eyes to me are a little off. I'm thinking I just went too dark. I think I shouldn't have gone with a darker color, but overall I think very cute, and it's a cute image. Nothing on Martha, but this is a very cute image. And then I added some Mod Podge here and up here just to kind of change it up a little bit. So I thought that little sparkle added something. And then, yeah, a little out of the lines here, but the marker, the chalk marker I used was a little bit thicker nib, the tip. So that's the red, and then I did colored pencils here. So yeah, that seemed kind of fast, but not really. I was quite chatty in this one. Well, it took a little longer. Obviously, it is 12 prompts. So I do definitely recommend, yes, it does bleed through, but you know, it is what it is. Honestly, marker is tough, but I still very much highly recommend this coloring book, even though, you know, she gave it to me. I want it. Like, she's not, you know, it's not per se an ad. I'm not sponsored or anything by her. This is purely me just saying I really enjoy coloring this book, and yeah, I highly recommend following her. And then she even puts in the back here, look for new releases in the near future. So I definitely want to look out for that. And I think there's a couple extras. So very cute, Christmas love. And that's it. That is all the coloring prompts for Patty for 2024. Really crazy. As she says in her video, we'll get a break here in January. It'll just be one prompt, which is really weird, but really nice to think that. So what I may try to do is find a detailed page to color for the prompt, just to kind of get out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I'm hoping to improve my coloring a bit. I like to do a little more shading and stuff like that, but you know, we'll see. I don't want to stress about it or anything too much. Coloring is relaxing, and I do enjoy it. So this is the most coloring I've done in years, and I love it, and getting a chance to actually use my coloring books. Well, I actually, obviously, I've seen I print out a lot of the prompts, but I'm going to try to do more searching in my own coloring books. For me, though, I have a lot of licensed character ones like Disney, and I have some Pokemon and some others. So I'm going to try, I think I might buy a few off Amazon, probably go through Patty's coloring book videos and find a couple I like, so I have a nice variety for the prompts and stuff like that. So at least that's what I'm telling myself, right? So that is it. Thank you so very much to Patty for the wonderful prompts over the year. Looking forward to a fresh year with new prompts and more coloring. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.